The last thing I want to close the show today, just talk about Memorial Day. So first of all, Memorial Day, this coming Monday, I will not be doing a show. I'm going to take a day off, as is the entire Real News PR, Real News Communications Network. Take a day off. I hope you get to celebrate Memorial Day. I want to urge you to remember the reason for Memorial Day. I know you know, but is to honor and thank and remember all of the Americans over our whole history who've given their lives in defense of our country. That's the point of Memorial Day, to honor and remember the people who gave their lives, the ultimate sacrifice, lost their lives. And I was going to tell you something kind of parallel to where we are today in this country. And by the way, before I forget, Tuesday, the day after that, we have KT McFarland joining us. You probably know that name. She has a new book out. She has a lot to say about the Mueller collusion and Susan Rice and all of that. So we'll have a great time on Tuesday. But back to Memorial Day, I want to leave you with some thoughts and some numbers I just had learned. So, you know, everyone knows the big image, and many movies made about it, portraying what happened on D-Day. How American soldiers were literally pouring out the back of these ships, you know, walking through the water and climbing the cliffs and getting shot down and killed, well aware as they left those boats, they had very little likelihood of survival. Well aware that they had to go up the cliffs, they had to go on D-Day to begin the pushback against Nazi Germany. And the heroism, the bravery, the self-sacrifice, I think I read this, I don't have it in front of me, but the average age of the American soldier who died on D-Day was like 19. These are babies. These are kids who should be in college discussing which girl to ask out. Instead, they're over there on D-Day, knowing very well they're going to give their lives. They're obviously not the only American heroes who gave their who gave their lives in the service of America. You know, we have heroes from the Revolutionary War, the Civil War, all the wars we fought. We have heroes who stood up and defended American freedom. At the time of D-Day, we didn't even know that about the Holocaust. We did not know what was happening in Germany. At least the average Joe did not know. But those people getting out of those boats, those American soldiers climbing the cliffs, getting shot down, death all around them, they knew they had to stop the evil of the Nazi tyranny. They had to stop the quest of Hitler to take over the world. That's what they knew. They knew you have to fight tyranny. Sometimes it takes the ultimate sacrifice, and they were willing to make it. And what they were fighting was actual tyranny by the Nazis, who thought they had the right, and they were doing the right thing in working to take over the world. So honoring those people, it includes remembering all those who gave their lives, but also involves remembering that it takes bravery to fight tyranny. You can't curl up in your home and really grumble about how bad Hitler is. And that's not fighting. You have to be in the fight to take out tyranny, to stand up for good. In America today, I would never begin to equate what those young men went through and all of the soldiers in American history went through as they gave their lives in the sacrifice for their country, to preserve their country. America's in a different battle, though, right now. It's not a battle with Nazis. It's not a battle with the Germans. It's not a battle with any other country. But the internal battle happening in this country is truly a battle. You can call it a battle of ideas, but it is a battle for preserving the great and unique, extraordinary identity of a country rooted in freedom, of a country based from its very founding, from the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution, a country rooted in freedom, in the right of the individual to live in freedom, the right of the individual to live their life, to pursue their version of life, liberty, and their version of happiness without undue government control. The battle today in America, it is a battle of ideas, but it is lethal if the leftists in this country, the mission they have to destroy the foundational idea of America, to bring Marxism, to bring socialism to this country, is every bit as destructive of the idea of America as the past wars were in destroying America. It matters to see the battle of preserving America today in that context. We're not just trying to win an election with someone with an R by their name versus someone with an L by their name and who won this time. On the left in this country, you can see it in the conduct of Judge Emmett Sullivan, the deep state radical left. He does not care any longer what the rule of law requires him to do as a federal district court judge. He's saying, I'm going to take out Michael Flynn and I don't care what I am required to do as a judge. I am going to do that. You see leftism in this country in the form of the Green New Deal, the radical, complete crushing of freedom in this country. The left is very much on the march in this country to take away your healthcare freedom, to steal the fall elections through the Election Fraud Enablement Act they are pushing in Washington. They are building their army of people who will fight to the death for the radical leftist takeover of this country. And if that happens, if we do not reelect President Trump, if we do not reelect, and we need a Republican majority in the House, reelect a bigger majority in the Senate for the Republicans, we are going to face tyranny from the left. What you're seeing the left do in this country today is the absolute radical, tyrannical removal, destruction, uprooting of everything that America was founded on. The left in this country, what Bernie Sanders stands for, what Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez stands for, what the now millions of members of the Democrat Socialists of America, what the millennials who poll sometimes in the majority supporting socialism, those ideas, socialism, Marxism, communism, collectivism, they're all one big, ugly attack on the freedom upon which America was founded. And you can fight that battle. Everyone has a job to fight that battle, to fight in that battle, to say, I am not going to surrender to the left, even if they make fun of me, even if they call me names. I mean, look what Trump has had to put up with just for trying to defend his America First agenda. Look what happens to anyone who speaks up to defend him, to defend the idea of America, the idea of individual freedom, the idea of religious freedom, the idea of a sovereign nation with a border. The left is on the march in this country to destroy the very foundational idea of America. It matters to get that. It matters to understand that, to comprehend that, to put the battle that's before us in November 2020 in that large of a context. It's America the free or America the collectivist. And if the collectivist, Marxist, communist, socialist left in this country ever gets control of the White House, the House, and the Senate, you will not recognize this precious country anymore.